Everybody, welcome to Deepika Makeup. Hope you all are doing super duper fantastic. So this video is going to be a review video on a drugstore holiday makeup palette from Wet n Wild, and this is the limited edition Wet n Wild Fergie Jet Set makeup palette. So that's how it looks. Very cute packaging, huh? And this palette is exclusive to Walgreens, and you can find this just in Walgreens, and the retail price is $30 and it's a $200 value, as you can see. And that's how the packaging looks like, and you can easily find this at any Walgreens, and you can find the display right when you enter any Walgreens, so it's pretty much very easy to spot this. And that's how the packaging looks like. Okay, and when you open it up, this is what you get, and this is the real palette. Very cute packaging. The packaging has really stolen my heart, and few years ago I even saw Sephora doing this, and it was on sale for $15, and I didn't pick it up, and I was very happy that I could find something similar from the drugstore from my favorite brand Wet n Wild. And I even like Fergie line as well, so I'm a huge fan of Wet n Wild, so I had to grab this palette. So it actually opens like this, like a book, and it has a magnetic clasp here, so it opens up like that. And you will first see, wow, everything is dropping. Okay, you will first end up with these beautiful 72 eyeshadows here, and you have pretty much every color, but there are some things which we are missing in here, which is a matte brown for filling in your brows, and the matte black in here is not so pigmented, so I'm kind of disappointed. But apart from those basic things, we have pretty much every color in here. So the first thing about this is, do not expect a Wet n Wild quality eyeshadow anywhere in here. Maybe there are some eyeshadows which are of the Wet n Wild quality. When I'm talking Wet n Wild quality, I compare directly to the Comfort Zone, or they're Walking on Eggshells, or Sun-Kissed, or yeah, the trios and the 8-pan ones. Those are like my favorite eyeshadows out of my entire makeup collection. I love Wet n Wild shadows, so when I'm comparing these eyeshadows, I'm thinking about those eyeshadows in mind. So there are some eyeshadows which are comparable, but definitely you get disappointed if you swatch some eyeshadows thinking of the permanent line ones. So let me swatch you some pigmented colors. So I've already swatched that. Look at that matte blue color, it's beautiful. And I also use this orangey gold shade today in my inner corner, and I also filmed a demo video on this makeup kit. That's going to be the next video on Friday, so stay tuned for that video if you want to see this palette in action. But yeah, there are some beautiful colors. Yeah, this color is beautiful. It's pigmented, but as you can see, a lot of crumbs and all that stuff. So definitely there are some beautiful eyeshadows in here. Look at the pink color, it's beautiful. This beautiful green color, look at that, it's beautiful. And what else? I want to swatch one color which was very beautiful. Okay, this color, yeah, this color was my favorite. I applied that at the lower lash line outer corner, and also want to swatch this teal color, which is beautiful too. So definitely there are some colors which are of Wet n Wild quality, which I'm very happy, but there are some very stupid eyeshadows in here. Like I'm going to swatch this this matte purple color, which is very chalky, powdery, and I really have to rub my finger in it, so which is not so good. And I love this periwinkle color, look at how beautiful it is. So I'm going to swatch this one as well. And again, it lacks in pigmentation, and most of the matte shadows I see are lacking in pigmentation and are very chalky. And this beautiful taupe color, which is, as you can see, it's very chalky and crumbly. And I swatched each and every color in this palette. I didn't miss out on any color. I swatched every color and I was very disappointed initially. And some colors were pigmented, but they were very powdery and chalky. Some colors were not pigmented at all. Some were just really useless, especially for my skin tone. I can't use all these silvers and all that stuff. Some were very useless and I was not really, you know, feeling that palette. I was not really loving the Wet n Wild thingy. Other thing is, I always get disappointed with the Wet n Wild limited edition or holiday sets. The last 2 years I picked up some Wet n Wild limited edition and holiday stuff, and I was very disappointed. But Fergie line was a little, you know, a notch up from the Wet n Wild line, so I really enjoyed the Fergie line, so I thought this would be very good. But when I swatched this were not really working at all. But when I sat down to film the demo today, I applied a primer, I applied a sticky base, and I was picking up the colors with brush. That's when the colors were working kind of okay, but they were very powdery, very chalky, and oh my god, the fallout was just crazy. If I forget to tap off my brush, my whole face is going to be just colorful. So it's very important to tap off your brush, and it's very powdery and I don't know. So you know, you get the point. They are kind of pigmented. There are some colors which are not, but there are some colors which are very pigmented. It's very beautiful. So as I said, some colors in here are very beautiful, very unique, and it's very difficult to find some colors in any other palettes or in even in singles. So I like some colors, but every color in here are very chalky, very powdery, and intense fallout. So you have to deal with all those three things to work with this palette. As much as I like the colors, I have to deal with the fallout and everything. So if you can work with that, go for this palette. But again, all the 72 shadows in here are not workable. Some are very less pigmented, and some are kind of okay, and some are good. So that's my final verdict about the eyeshadows. Next, let's move on to the lips. So those are all the lip colors. These are all the lip colors. Now if you clearly observe, there are definitely some colors which are repeating from here and here, like this lilac-y color, and you can see that color right here, and the coral color, and there are definitely 5 or 6 colors that are repeating on here. And I think initially I thought one side was lip glosses and the other side were lipsticks, but it's actually not. All these are very, very, very sheer lip colors. Even the darkest color, let me swatch the darkest color in the palette. So that's a swatch of the darkest color. Imagine this on your lips. So this is the color I swatched, and that's what I got. So these are very sheer lip colors, and these are not long lasting at all. So this beautiful orangey red color, and that's what it gave. Look at that. So you have 48 lip colors here. Everything is very sheer. So when it comes to all these 48 sheer lip colors, it's just waste of space, waste of money. So once you apply this color in the morning, you lose the color in just 1 hour, and you don't have the lip color with you because it's in the palette at home. So that's a bummer. Next, moving on to the blushes, which is the real reason I got this palette. And all these blushes are fantastic. I don't have any complaints on these blushes. When it comes to blushes, Wet n Wild does it. Just does it. Look at this beautiful plum color and this coral color. Everything is so beautiful. So when it comes to the color range, it's very beautiful, but these colors are not, you know, very unique. You can easily find these blushes anywhere in your makeup collection. At least I can find every color in here in my makeup collection except this plum color. This plum color is really beautiful, and this corally color has gold shimmer in it, which reminds me of NARS Super Orgasm. And this shade is a matte shade, and it totally looks like mellow wine, and this can be dupeable to Wet n Wild Heather Silk. And the top two blushes are really beautiful. This is a matte pale pink, which I like as a replacement to my Jordana Sandalwood, and this is a good replacement for NYX peach color, which is very beautiful. It's a matte peach. So overall, I really love the blushes. Fantastic quality, all the pretty colors are right at one place. So definitely a yay for this blushes, and this was the real reason I even got the palette for. I love the blushes, so that's one. And in here you have two eyeliners and a lip liner, and I use this black eyeliner already, and there's a brown eyeliner and a burnt red lip liner, and I also use the lip liner today. So coming to the eyeliners, I have a brown eyeliner and a black eyeliner. I used the black today, and I must say this is just a crap. It's just there in the palette. It's just a crap. You could use this to line your upper lash line. That's what I did today. And I also tried to use this on my lower lash line. It absolutely didn't work. The color was not transferring onto my lower lash waterline. So it's just a crap. So on my upper lash line, it works, but I prefer using a liquid liner for my upper lash line. But if you are someone who uses a pencil for your upper lash line, these might work. And there's another brown color as well. And then the lip color was really good. It's a burnt red color, and it really worked well. This matches the quality of the regular lip liners they already have in the permanent line. So that's the lip liner color, and it works. It's good. Finally, after you're done with your blushes, on this side near this empty compartment, it's actually not empty, so I'm trying not to blind you, but you can open this stuff. Wow. Yes, you can open it up and you can see three powders right there. Here there's a light powder. This side, it's a light translucent kind of powder, but it has a very sheer coverage, so someone who has deeper skin tone can't use this. And this is a bronzer, they say, but it's very orange. It's like straight orange, so you can use this like an orange blush. And the third one is a very pale pink matte powder, and I think they included that as a highlighter, but it doesn't have any shimmer. It's matte and it's pale pink and it's very sheer, so I think it's going to just lighten that area, and that's it. Other than that, it's not going to do anything. So that's what we have in this palette. Let's close this and talk about the final judgment. So if you are someone who just want to try Wet n Wild for the first time, do not get this palette. It's going to completely ruin your impression on Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is a very good brand. I really love their permanent line, and I also love the Fergie line. I have a lot from that. I have a lot of things from that line. I love it, and this palette is nowhere near to what they have in the permanent line. And honestly speaking, pretty much every year Wet n Wild disappoints me with their limited edition and holiday sets, and this year was kind of better than the last 2 years. This palette is much better than the last 2 years, but it's still not something which I love and which I was expecting from Wet n Wild. Obviously, this is a holiday palette. They are clubbing everything into one and giving it just for $30, which is a $220 value. So obviously, there are some things where they lack in quality, but definitely entire lip colors were just a waste. They should have just removed that complete lip thing, compacted the palette and sell it for $25. I would be very happy, but just that lip colors, they're just killing me. I don't want those lip colors in that palette. They're just waste. And the other thing is those three powders, two powders and the bronzer, waste. It's again just a waste. I would be very happy if Wet n Wild could release a more compact version of this palette with just eyeshadows and blushes. I'm sold. I'm sold. Even for $30, I would take just these eyeshadows and blushes and leave those lip colors and those face powders. It's just waste of money. It's just waste of space and everything. Anyways, for $30, the eyeshadows and the blushes you get is still a very good value. that you're just left with this sturdy palette and you're not going to use those lip colors and the other face powders. If they work for you, great, but to me they didn't work. But if you're someone like me who has a lot of makeup and if you don't want to grow your collection, this palette is nothing unique except that deep plum blush shade, and I can easily find that in any single blushes or something, but other than that nothing here is very unique. Some eyeshadows are really unique, but as I said, I always can find in any other drugstore palette or drugstore single or whatever. So finally, this is a great value for $30, but you'll be left with at least 50% of this kit unused. So I say just pass it and buy something which you really love, rather than just keeping a huge bulky palette and then just using just 50% of all this kit. So those are my thoughts on the limited edition Wet n Wild Fergie Jet Set makeup palette, which is released for holiday edition exclusive to Walgreens. And if I didn't mention already, this palette is at 25% off at Walgreens this week. So until this Saturday, this is going to be on 25% off. So you can get it for $22 and it rang up to $25 with taxes for me. So those are my final thoughts. Please check out the next video, which is going to be this palette in action, and please hit on the thumbs up button if you like this video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay updated with my future videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.